ready. And we're off and running from Raymond James. Return coming from the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, report!
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Tight end going in motion here. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he goes out of bounds after taking it up to the 40. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring up. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Lamar now from the gun. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
No, we changed it.
Throwing again is Lamar. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Buccaneers add another DB. 3rd down coming up. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. And for the Buccaneers, it's a nickel look. 3rd down coming. From the gun, Jackson. He beams one deep right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Go.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are off to a great start defensively. They forced a turnover on the opening possession. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Coming out, throwing is Baker. That's going to be caught by Evans. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. Irving.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! What's that?
Play fake. It's Mayfield. Bails out of the pocket quick. To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made the catch, but didn't get down in bounds.
Well, that throw just gets away from the quarterback a little bit, and he couldn't stay in the field to play. It's tough to blame him, though. He's got to leave the pocket, and he really had some tough circumstances to try and push that one down the field.
Set. Up, up. What's that?
Mayfield now on third and goal. Escapes the pocket. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
Mayfield to throw for it. Getting out to his left. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Once it became goal-to-goal, Brock, that field goal team just didn't feel like they were ever going to see the field. This team was committed to making a statement on the opening series, even if it meant leaving the offense out there on fourth and goal.
Yeah, I think that's really well said, Kate, for a couple reasons. Number one, you do get a chance to finish, right? So you do all this work to get there, you want to finish it. But you also know if you don't get it, well, you set your opponent up with some really bad field position. I love that decision.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Hey, middle.
Pistol snap to Jackson. He's got Andrews. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Trying down the middle with Henry. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
From the 47. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He's on the move. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. He was looking for Zay Flowers. And 4th and 4 coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
4th down, here's Jackson. To the left and hauled in by Likely. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Lamar throwing again. Forced out to his right. He's on the move. Oh, he loses the football. And they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. And he's going to be touchdown. Brock looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker. Wow, this has been a rough sequence for them starting out. First the interception, and now almost giving it away again on the fumble.
Yeah, Coach's going to have to get everybody around the campfire and get this thing figured out, because through all the years and all the styles of play, we know one thing, Kate. Turnover margin in the NFL is the biggest indicator of winning and losing.
From the 28. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Working inside the red zone. This finds Likely. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Lamar out of the pistol. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Putting a receiver in motion. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Blitz coming here, Jackson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens earn the chance to tie before halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. Well, 4th and goal, and you go quarterback sneak, Brock. You know this firsthand. You better trust those big boys to help you get that ball across the goal line.
You can almost feel it the second you get done uttering the play, right? It comes out of your mouth, and those linemen just give you that look. It's like, yes, this is my chance to own the line of scrimmage, to move the people in front of me. That's a good call and better execution from the entire group.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. First and 10. Here's Mayfield. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's 2nd down coming up. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And they had that one contained right at the line. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now Mayfield. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6.
You talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less.
We're about 15 miles or so west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in the Arizona suburb of Glendale. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First play and a first pass for Murray. And his first pass is incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
2nd and 10.
Hey.
To throw is Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
Hey.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Omaha.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. That's caught right side by Worthy. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
Pacheco is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Once more, it's Pacheco. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Cardinals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chiefs 7, Cardinals nothing.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Tie down these two. Tie down these two. Right side.
Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
Yellow.
Now they send a man in motion right.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Pacheco.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Pacheco once more. And this time he will score. Touchdown, KC.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Chiefs 14, Cardinals nothing.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Murray looking to change the play here.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
In motion is Dortch.
Murray going to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
To throw, it's Murray. Flush to his right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half. And he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They're going to look to throw. L.J. Collier providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head, that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Murray now to throw.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Now they'll change things up.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10 is Connor.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Throwing now is Murray.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
In motion is Dortch.
Buzz.
Here's Murray. And that will be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Hits Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone.
Recovered by the receiving team.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Steps away. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Now Murray sees something. He's going to change it up. 2nd and 4. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Murray now. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand-new ball game. Extra point good by Prater, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a
big way. That was a statement-long touchdown. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. On the return, it's Xavier Worthy. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Escaping the pressure right. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Here's Pacheco headed right. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up third down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
That one caught by Rice. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
Hey, Ace.
Play action. Now it's Murray. This is taken in by McBride. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Murray a give. This is Connor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, if they can execute the run-pass option like that, it puts the defense in a really, really tough spot.
The running ability of Kyler Murray makes defensive coordinators and players crazy because essentially now you have an extra running back there. So if he keeps it, you've got a problem. If he hands it inside, you're probably not ready for it because you have all your focus back on number one.
Hey, hold on. Two.
From the gun, a give to Connor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 4 yards to go on second down from the 7.
Hey, easy, quibble.
Now a handoff coming left, Connor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cards are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Now Prater to add the PAT. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Well, now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now and force the penalty to the 1, but if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up 5?
Yeah, just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
Cardinals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Murray changing the play.
Omaha.
They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do, but I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's gonna pop out of the chart and say, hey man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, trying to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the 4th quarter. Now they still trail by 1. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Fire down these two. Right side. Right side.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Mahomes working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Mahomes to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so.